So you are in for a fantastic evening. So, shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Let's welcome Jake Fern up to the stage, please.
Oh, you went up the rock star way.
Right, did I?
Did you jump up there?
Oh, I feel like we should be singing
I
because we're
know,
on stage.
I know.
Really.
23rd.
Yeah.
So before you hand the portraits out,
Yeah.
I just thought we'd like to know a little bit about A Thousand
Yeah.
Words podcast.
I won't cry. Mick interviewed me earlier. I spent about 20 minutes just crying, didn't we?
Oh,
So it was emotional.
I
no,
won't
sorry,
make
anyway.
I won't make you cry. I won't make you cry. So I'd love to ask you, how did you get into art? Was it something you always wanted to do? And were portraits always the avenue you were going to take?
Yeah, I always painted, and ever since I was little, a lot of children love painting and drawing. And then I just constantly doodle faces. I think there's something about people that I'm just really fascinated by. I do like doing landscapes as well, but I could just, there's something about people's faces that I just find amazing. And then it was, I had a studio for a little while, which went when we had Mackie, and then lockdown came, and then my work dried up. So it was only lockdown really when I thought, okay, I'm going to go for it professionally and actually concentrate fully. So yeah, the last 5 years really been solid.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
COVID was a blessing.
Of course it was. Yeah. It was. Look,
Yeah.
this is, yeah, it's
set you on your path
it's
that
the
you're
gift
meant
that keeps on giving in so many ways, isn't it? Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And where did you get the idea of the 1,000 Word podcast?
Where is she? I can't see there.
That lovely lady
Vicky.
in the back. Your gorgeous wife.
Vicky's my rock and my love, and yes. Yeah, and I was doing this. I was just saying earlier to Mick, I did this little. I paid for a course to one of these promotional mentorship type things, and we were doing this workshop. Well, I was doing this worksheet. What have you got? And it was framed in terms of what have you got? What would you like to give to the world? Not how would you like to make money, or it was just what are the things you'd like to give. And I'd written a few things down. Then Vicky came to bed. She said, "Oh, I could write some things down." She said, "But I won't because I don't want to mess up your sheet of paper." So I said, "No, it's all right. Take the pen." And she wrote down some stuff. And she said, "Well, you love chatting about what's going on in the world because any opportunity when we're out, I just get distracted and I'll chat to anyone." And she said, "You love doing portrait demos. So just combine the two," and then that was it. And I just felt this, when something's just right, and you go, "Oh, that's such a good idea." It's one of those few moments in your life where you go, you don't go, "Oh yeah, but what if?" or "No, that wouldn't work," or whatever. It was like, "Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. That's exactly what I want to do." And then within a couple of weeks of that, we got in touch with Mick, and then Mick said yeah. So we did Mick as a pilot. And Mick's will be going out in a few weeks' time. The original, we'll put it back out again. And then Jackie Devoy came to one of the Victorious gigs, weirdly, and I was introduced afterwards, and she said, "I'm Jackie Devoy," and I was following her on Facebook. I wouldn't have recognised her, but so we got chatting, and then I did one with her, and she said, "Oh, I've got this contact book." I was like, "Oh yeah." She said, "Who would you like to do?" And she said, "Would you like to do David Icke?" And I was like, "Yeah, go on then." Why not? Why not?
Oh, if I'm
So yeah, and that was how I think I got Matt's number actually through Jackie, and at that point I was a bit like, "Oh, this is like I'm sort of phoning these people that like it's a bit sort of starstruck, And it's like I remember Matt. And Matt was so sort of casual. I remember phoning. "All right, yeah. Would you like to do this thing?" Yeah.
all right.
I was like, "Oh, all right. Is it that?" Yeah. And then there was and then I was messaging him saying, because he was one of the first ones we did, and I said, "Is it all right coming to your house? Because we are strangers. It's a bit it felt like a bit of an imposition, like just walking in, right, setting up. He was like, yeah, it's all right, yeah, yeah, just so like relaxed. So when I actually met, I can't even see. I'm short-sighted, so I can't really see.
Orlando.
Oh, so I said, didn't I? I said when I met you, it was like quite a relief because you were actually like quite like really warm and friendly, and I just thought maybe he was just really cool because he was just like, yeah, that's all right. So that was lovely. But they've all been fantastic. They've all been. So I mean, and it's interesting because the whole thing, you know, you start meeting people, and we have a culture, don't we, out there, a culture of celebrity, and it's really over the last sort of 100 years or so, it's become quite perverted, hasn't it? It's been tainted, and it's become this thing, this tool that's used to manipulate. But within our community, we've got something which is kind of a mirror, I suppose, of that in some respects. But it's like a pure kind of version. We're interested in certain people, not because they are celebrities, but because we resonate with what they say, and they articulate things that maybe we want to say, but haven't got the skills to say, or we haven't got the voice to say. You know, people who speak out in that position, people who've got something to lose, that have had a reputation and they've got a career, and they have got something to lose, and that commands a lot of respect. You know, so we admire them, and I think they're the people that I'd like to talk to. You know, and I think everyone that I've painted would fit into that category. So yeah, because there is a danger that we start mirroring the worst aspects of that, and that's when it becomes hero worship, or you know, and I think that the flip side of that is when we accuse people of being everyone's a shill. Yeah. You know, it's because we have our heroes and we have our shills. You know, but if we don't have the heroes, then doesn't matter who's a shill. You know, it's like we just if someone says something we agree with, we go, I agree with that sentence. You know, like it's not I agree with everything he says. So yeah, that's.
So who have you got next on the lineup to paint?
Well, we've done Tess Laurie.
Yep.
So that's going to come out. Tania's hasn't come out yet. That was lovely. That was a really interesting. And Tania again was so welcoming. Tania Edwards. They're coming out, and then we've got Sandy Adams to do. We've got Andrew Bridgen. Shut up, Mick. And Trevor, we did Trevor John, so Trevor's here tonight. Woo! There he is. So we've done that one, but I didn't bring it because it needs little bit of work. Because I do cheat a little bit, to be honest. When I'm talking and painting, I usually sorry, I usually take a photograph and work on them a bit at home because it's Trevor needs a bit of work. Yeah. But it's exhausting, isn't it? I mean, just talking for 4 hours is exhausting, and then doing a painting is pretty exhausting. So
I do watch them and think, I don't know how you're doing that.
Yeah.
So
Well, the last two, I succumbed, and Trevor gave me an iPad as a present, a little old iPad. So for Piers was the first one that I had a little cheat sheet iPad. I don't know if you noticed. Did you even notice? I did know, yeah, because I took a photograph. So I got a little. So when he's moving about like this, getting his papers out. And, anyway, I'll just get you this, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I can do a bit more while you know. So yeah, that helps a little bit. But it is difficult. Yeah, but great fun.
Have there been any moments that have been especially unexpected, or have you?
I think laughing with Richard Vobes was really special.
Okay.
That was lovely because, again, you know, this guy who you've been watching and you've got a lot of respect for, it's like knocking on your door. Because we did that one at home. That was the first one we did at home. Okay, sit down. Like that, you know, and then just start. And it's quite intimate. Well, it's very intimate, isn't it? You know, when it's 4 hours and you're talking with someone, and I'm staring pretty much at someone, you know, looking at them, and it's quite an unusual experience. So you do get quite sort of close. What is that? Staring on the tube isn't allowed. Staring on the tube isn't allowed, yeah. But staring at a portrait is, so, yeah. So, yeah, Richard just I think because it was quite tense, because like Vicky wasn't there, Julia wasn't there, so it was just me and him, and I was doing all the tech as well at that point, before Ben and Steve got involved, for Resistance GB got involved. So I was stressing about the tech and everything, and Richard's there. For the first half hour, I was quite nervous, and then he just started making me laugh, and I just wet myself, and he was just so funny when he was talking about Graham the alien, and this woman channeling the Anunnaki and all this, and the way he tells the story is hilarious. So that was a real special moment. Just lovely connecting with everyone. I mean, Bob was so lovely. Matt, again, just inviting us into his home, and Piers inviting us into his cupboard. And oh, sorry, office. Yeah. Well, I didn't get into your office because it wasn't big enough. Piers sat in the office. I sat in the corridor. A room full of papers, yeah, and T-shirts. Yeah. No, brilliant. And graphs, yeah.
Super.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, we're so privileged to have you here. And
No, you're not at all. No.
And all of these wonderful people to collect their portraits.
Yeah, so
it's wonderful, isn't it? We're super lucky. So we'll hand the stage over to you now, Jake.
Robin, then do you want to come up first? I'd seen some of Robin's talks, and I was just so impressed with his demeanour and his thoughtfulness and his intelligence. So I just loved chatting with Robin. It was fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed it as well. I know you said you did. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jake. I think Jake is, for me, is like a philosopher, really, more than an artist. I mean, talking to him, I found it extremely therapeutic, because I swing from hope to despair to sort of anger and all these things. And he really stabilized me. Just talking to him, I felt, well, I don't really have to worry. I can be like Jake.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Well, this is. There you go. Thank you. Oh, that's lovely things to say. Thank you. Oh, well, Piers up next. We do have to do this randomly, so there's no preferential treatment. They're just random. Although, come on, Piers, you can jump up. Are you going to do it?
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I do identify as 47, which is the same as my last birthday, and I became 46 when I was arrested for carrying a bunch of tulips to the BBC, and on March the 10th I became 47 again. There we are.
Right, this is Piers.
Oh, so take this. There we are. That's me. Oh, I take this off. There we are. So it does look like me, doesn't it? Resist. 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 Defy. Do not comply. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
There you go.
So that's for me.
It's for you to keep.
That's amazing. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's right.
Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, what do we say? It was amazing having that interview. It just carried on, and
You did carry on, yeah.
and it could have carried on for another 10 hours, I think. And how long was it? It was 3 hours, wasn't it?
You ran out of graphs, I think.
Oh, yes. I did show him a few graphs, yes. Carbon dioxide levels follow changes in temperature. It's not the other way around. Quick round of applause. And we've got to fight all those narratives, but the biggest ones to fight right now is the climate con, because they will carbon footprint you see, and then they'll have an AI machine to monitor what you've done or not done or done wrong, and then they'll turn off your spending power. So they'll try everything, you see. And the other one, of course, is vax, all the vaxes. We know they're dangerous, deadly even. Thank you. Can I show people one of my own pictures? Maybe the one at the bottom, yeah. He's the Edward Munch of now, And I'm just doing landscapes. But I did it in 1961. When, well, maybe I was a negative age then. I don't know. I have to think about that. But
That doesn't add up, does it?
it was done in 1961. Yeah.
I know you thought you were good at maths, but
Well, yeah, I'm not today. We got some graphs there. No, they. Loads of paintings when I was at school. This was done in about 62 or 63, I think. It's just for the School and Film Society, but that's just one of them.
it's like show and tell.
Yes, I think I should do a painting, sort of about the gas of life. You see, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I haven't got round to doing it yet. About photosynthesis making.
Well, we
You
can
know,
collaborate, maybe.
yeah, we could actually, yeah. But I can't do faces. What'd you say? Maybe, yeah, maybe. No, it was inspiring to talk to. He got lots of stuff out of me, which I don't think I would have necessarily said if I was talking to anybody else. So go to the podcast. Second half is Tuesday. Is that it? Okay. Thank you very, very, very much. All right. All right. We'll get down there again.
You want to get down? He's doing it. Here we got next. Mick! Ho, 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 ho. Mick,
Some of the drawings I did at school. Forgot. Guys, I'm not going to keep you long. I just want to say it was an absolute honour and a privilege to be the guinea pig for this, what I think is such an incredible podcast. Podcasts are boring to watch as a rule, just two people talking. But Vicky's idea of watching a portrait unfold in front of your eyes whilst you're listening to such an interesting conversation is pure genius. All the royalties should go to Vicky. Absolutely, Vicky. But clearly the talent is Jake. Jake, it was an honour and a privilege. Thank you very much. Like, just to be involved was incredible. Thank you.
Thanks, Mick. It's brilliant. Mick's a bit more of a softie than he comes across. So we had a few moments. We had some more this afternoon. But yeah, I think if you'd said 5 years ago, I'd be, hanging out with someone like Mick and crying together. Yeah.
Often we cry together.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and thanks, Mick, for being the guinea pig and for being a great friend. Yeah,
Thank you.
It was brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you.
There you
I'll tell you one quickie before I go, guys. We did this in August, right? And it was like 200 degrees.
Oh yeah.
I'm wearing Bermuda shorts. When you look at the video, when you watch the podcast, I get up and I'm wearing a shirt and tie at the top and Bermuda shorts. It's classic. Jake, thank you.
Tania, would you like to come up? Where's Tania? Tania was brilliant and just so welcoming, and had us all in stitches before we'd even started, because I think that's what she does for a living. I'm not sure. I didn't quite work that out, but wow. She's even got a frame worked out. She knows what kind of frame she's going to put it in. She said, "Can I really have it?"
No, but we can all be serious, especially the women amongst us. It's very interesting chatting to you, but most importantly, you made me look really pretty. And my son was sick that morning, so I actually texted Jake and said, we can do it a different day, we like, because he's got such a fever, they won't let him come into school. I can try, but I won't be able to hustle him past the gates. And he said, oh, it doesn't matter. I thought, shit. Because I hadn't slept all night, and also I had an appointment at Chanel to have my makeup done. So I took my sweating, feverish child to Chanel and said, don't mind him, I'm having a portrait painted. Make me look fresh. And then we got back to the house and I laid him down on the sofa and we had this intense chat, and I was talking about all of the important, meaningful things that we have to strive for and how I understood truth now and how deceived I'd been and how I was sharing deception really previous to now, and the important things in life, our children, their future. And every so often my child would cry out, Mummy!
Tell them to go.
When are they going to leave? And I'd say, just edit that bit out. I think, hopefully, if they get rid of my weeping child, I'm going to come out of this very well. So, thank you, Jake. Best of luck with your project, whatevs. Thank you.
Matthew Tissier. I only really asked to do Matt because I thought he had a full-size snooker table at his house, but it turned out he hadn't got it anymore. So, but then I was stuck with having to do it, wasn't I?
Yeah, I lost that in a divorce. That snooker table. Bollocks.
Yeah, you can say that, but what about me playing?
Thank you very much, mate. That was brilliant. Appreciate that.
No, it's fantastic.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Well, it's worked out because the last one is, of course, the biggest canvas for the tallest man in the tent. I was gonna. It was a total accident. The sizes aren't relevant. The sizes of the canvas. It's just whatever I've got lying around. But I just happened to have this one for Bob, and it worked out. And then when we got there, and it's very much part of Bob's character, I suppose, his physical presence. And I thought I'd try and do a full body, and then I scrapped it because I thought that's too difficult, and I just did from here. And then I thought, no, F it, I'll do it. So this one is actually a full. It's the only one that's got legs in it. And wonderful legs they are, and then after this, Bob's obviously going to do his talk. So is that right? Is Bob first before Matt? So Bob's going to do his talk. So I suppose we might as well just kill two birds with one stone and welcome Bob Moran for his talk. Bob Moran.
I'd just say, goodness me, this is very low, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks to my lovely legs. Okay. I'm just going to say, this is only funny because I know this place is the absolute antithesis of this, but this whole thing is weirdly reminiscent of school speech day, where significantly I never ever won the art prize. So this is a bit like finally being given an art prize. So my mother will be very happy.
Thank you. Helped you through that trauma.
Yeah.